Gosh, I really need to get a vlog camera because this camera is so heavy to just hold in my hand like this.
Until the candles burn down this place.
Hey, what's up you guys? So today is another vlog, if you can't tell. You can hear Samson snoring very loudly in the back, and he's clear across the other side of the house. So yeah, that's my dog for you. So today is Wednesday, the day that I'm supposed to be uploading. Yeah, I'm just doing a great job with uploading lately. I just figured I would film a vlog and try to get it up sometime today. I'm not gonna make the 2 o'clock mark. Who knows, maybe this will be uploaded on Thursday. I don't know at this point. Things have just been crazy, but luckily I'm starting to get the hang of everything. I just started a new job at AMC, so I'm getting used to that, their schedule and everything, and I've been waking up lately at like 6 or 7 in the morning, and I'm not used to doing that, but it's a habit that I'm trying to form, or a goal I guess, is to get up earlier just so that I can get more things done. That's the time that I woke up this morning. I woke up at about 6 o'clock and I got some writing done, which was good. I'm currently working on a short story. It's called Alex, and it's kind of a Halloween, no, it is a Halloween edition type of short story. It'll probably be maybe, I don't know, maybe about 30 pages or so, roughly about maybe 10,000 words or something like that. So I've been working on that, and I'm going to be uploading that somewhere on Friday. I did start a blog. If you guys want to go subscribe to that or check that out, I'll link it in the description below. I'll probably upload it on there. I might upload it on Wattpad too. I do have a Wattpad, and I'll actually link that down below as well if you guys want to check out anything that I've written on there. I did used to have a bunch of fan fiction stories on there about One Direction. No shame. It's called Midnight Memories. It's supernatural based, so not the show Supernatural, but like actual supernatural. It's based on like the One Direction boys, and it's got obviously other characters in there and such. But yeah, I'll link my Wattpad down below if you guys want to go check that out if you're into supernatural stuff. I mean, 'tis the season, you know. I can't believe Halloween is Tuesday already. Like, that's just crazy to me. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be Georgie. We're celebrating my nephew's birthday on Sunday, even though it's Friday, and I think I'm going to dress up as Shaggy for him. I really wanted to film going to a haunted location for you guys, or a pumpkin patch. Hopefully I'll be able to do that this weekend so that I can upload on either Saturday or Sunday. Today, like I said, I got some writing done. I've been writing the short story. Basically, it revolves around this main character, Ellie, who goes to stay with her grandparents on the mom's side. And she's with her parents, and they come over, and it's an annual thing that they do for 2 or 3 weeks at the beginning of fall, because during that time, it's the anniversary of her uncle's death, which is her mother's brother and her grandparents' son. So they're very torn up about it. It's kind of ripped the family apart a little bit. They're just not as happy as, you know, they would be, obviously, if he wasn't killed. He was killed at age 17 in a really gruesome way. The short story kind of revolves around whether or not it was just an animal attack or if it was something supernatural. Yeah, so it's kind of up to Ellie to try to figure out what happened and just kind of rekindle the family and stuff by figuring this stuff out. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, I'm going to upload it on Friday to my blog, so definitely go check it out. It's pretty good so far, if I do say myself. So if you guys want to check it out, please do. I think you'd enjoy it, especially if you like Halloween stuff and supernatural stuff and all that. I'm sorry, I'm watching these birds fly around outside. They're like right on the porch. Anyway, so today I have to return a huge pile of library books, and my Jeep is still in repair at the shop, so I have to wait on that. It's supposed to be done, or it was supposed to be done later this week, but who knows with everything going on. We weren't really sure what was wrong with it. We had to get a new transmission, everything. The point of me saying that was because Nikki is going to be picking me up in a little while here and take me because my library books are due today. And I've literally had them for over a month. I've just kept renewing them because I kept thinking I was gonna look at them. And for this video, it'll probably be pretty short. Just because a lot of crazy stuff is going on, but I didn't want to go without uploading, so I figured I could just do a little something something. So what I'm going to do is probably when I get back from the library, I'm going to tell you guys, in honor of Halloween, I'm going to tell you guys a paranormal experience that I had. I've had 3 small experiences, but the first one that I ever had that I remember at least really freaked me out. And I actually filmed a whole video about all 3 of the paranormal experiences, and then the video got ruined. I don't know how, but things were just not going well, so I would have to just refilm the entire thing, and I don't have time to do that, so I figured I would just tell you guys the main story that happened. But yeah, so look forward to that. Alright, you guys, so just got back from the library and I have a bunch of stuff to do, but I am going to tell you guys the paranormal story that I promised. So it happened when I was pretty young. I would guess elementary school. It was a while ago. My dad used to have this chiropractic office in a different state, so we would have to drive. It was about a 45-minute drive to an hour depending on traffic. I would go there with them when I was younger just to hang out or help out or just to do homework or whatever if there was no one to watch me here at home. And they didn't really like me being home by myself anyway because 1, I was young, and 2, we kind of lived out in the country, so they didn't want me all by myself alone in a big house, you know, with no dogs or anything. So my sister would come with us sometimes as well. I was little and I was hanging out at the office. We were about to go on lunch break, and my dad was talking to a patient out in the waiting room. So I was sitting there just kind of listening to them talk, and then, you know, I was a kid, I got bored. And right as I was gonna go into the front office where my mom was, I heard a voice calling my name. And what was weird about this voice was that it seemed pretty loud and no one was reacting to hearing a voice. Not only was that one red flag, but another was the fact that it didn't sound like a regular voice would. It sounded almost echoey, I guess you could say. Like, it sounded like you were in a tunnel, and you know, like when you talk in a tunnel and your voice echoes like that, that's exactly how it sounded. It kind of had an eerie feel to it. But you know, I was a kid, and at the time I thought, oh, it's my sister calling me, because it was a female voice. But I remember at the time thinking it didn't really sound like my sister, but that's just kind of how my brain wired it. Was like, oh, you know, someone's calling me, it's my sister, like, it doesn't sound like my mom, so it has to be my sister, because no one else was in the office. It was me, my dad, my mom, my sister, and the patient that my dad was talking to. So at this point, I didn't know where she was, so I was like, okay, I will go find her. So I leave the waiting room and I start to walk down this long hallway, and that's kind of how our office was set up. There was a long hallway with, I almost said houses, with doors on each side, like the patient rooms and, you know, the back rooms, and then the bathroom is all the way down the hall to the left. So I'm walking down, and by the way, guys, I should mention that this voice, it wasn't like a normal voice talking. Like, yes, it was echoey and stuff, but also it was almost like someone was singing. Like it was a very sing-song voice. And this is how it said my name. Rachael. Just imagine that like echoing and everything. Like, yeah, I know it's really creepy, but at the time it did not creep me out because I was like, okay, my sister's calling me, and it sounded from far away, so that's why I started walking towards the back to where the bathroom was. So I'm walking and I'm calling out her name about halfway through and trying to, get her to answer me, and she's not answering me. I walk a little further and then it's the voice again. Rachael. And I'm like, what? And she's not, replying, so I'm like, okay, so now she's just trying to scare me. Me and my sister, we would try to scare each other. More so like my sister would try to scare me just because she was older and whatever, and that's what siblings do. But yes, at this point, I was like, okay, she's just trying to freak me out. I have to be ready because she's probably gonna pop out from one of the rooms or something. So I'm walking down, scared and paranoid that she's gonna pop out somewhere, but I'm like trying to ready myself, and I'm still calling out to her and everything. And I can't remember if I heard the voice one more time, but I know that towards the end of the hall, it stopped completely. And I started to realize that the voice was echoing, so I thought, okay, like she has to be in the bathroom. And I'm not saying that the bathroom was creepy, but it was kind of positioned to where someone could hide in like this little crevice inside. So that always creeped me out when I had to turn on the light because it was really dark in that area. And the voice stopped. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna walk into the bathroom, no big deal. I kind of like peek my head around and I see that no one's in there. So then I kind of start looking in the other rooms, not the really, really dark rooms because I was just too scared that she was hiding and trying to scare me, but the rooms that were lit, I would kind of like poke my head in, and I was like, okay, this is weird. She's probably hiding in one of those back rooms. I'm like, okay, well, I'm leaving you back here, whatever, like, haha, so funny. So I'm walking back down the hall to where the front office is and the waiting area and everything, and my dad was still talking to the patient. There's the waiting room, and then there's a little door that you could go down that led into the hallway. So I'm like in the back of the hallway, and then right when you go through that door, on one side is the front office, and on the other side is my dad's little private office that I would usually sit in the front or in his office, whatever. That's basically, you need to know where those are. So I'm walking down the hall towards, my dad's office on my left and the front office on my right, and the waiting area like straight ahead. And as I'm walking there, I think I was about to tell my mom that my sister was trying to scare me or something, just to like tell on her and be a jerk. And as I'm walking, the door to my dad's office opens and out walks my sister. Yeah. So there is no way that my sister could have been back there. I was looking all around me. Like there wasn't a way that she could sneak out, like be back there and then sneak out and go back to the office or anything. And I was just trying to rationalize it. And so I was like, what the heck were you doing? Like calling my name, trying to freak me out. Like you didn't even jump out and try to scare me or whatever. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And at the time I was like, she's lying. Like there's no way. Like she had to be back there. It's not possible, whatever. But the more I thought about it and the more I think back on that, there's no way. Like I would have heard her, sneaking off. And if she was sneaking off, she would have had to run because I was looking everywhere at all times because I was specifically searching to make sure that she could not like run out and scare me or jump out and scare me. So I was very aware of my surroundings, and I would have heard her running off or whatever. I don't know like what it was, but it was something, and to this day it really creeps me out. That's my paranormal story. Nothing like crazy or anything, but it is something that really freaked me out, and to this day still creeps me out. Like I want an explanation. If you guys can think of an explanation, leave it in the comments below. Or if something like this has happened to you, definitely tell me because I want to hear about it. Maybe we can bond over it. I don't know. If none of that applies to you, leave a comment below telling me a paranormal experience that you've had. That's pretty much it. Watch out for my short story coming out on Friday. Check out my Wattpad page if you want to check that out. Check out my blog. Follow me on social media. All the links are going to be below. And thank you for being patient with me. The videos are going to get better. Don't worry. I've got some really fun video ideas planned. You know, you guys really need to comment because I like talking to you guys and hearing about your lives and, you know, stalking you a little bit. What? 'Tis the season for stalking, guys. Just kidding. Do not stalk people. Unless it is absolutely harmless. You know what? Don't even, just, no, I'm not condoning stalking. Let's just not. Okay, bye. I can't look. Oh, hello. That's a great angle. Hello.